rich. This one's cheese. I had tomato the other day.
Weird combination, but I think it'll be really nice. But we've got pukka.
Yeah.
Morning guys, it's day 4 in Tirana and it's a bit of a late start today, but we have something so exciting. We're gonna do our own mini food tour. I cannot wait.
What is in this one? Is it cheese or tomato? Cheese. Can I have cheese? Okay, could I have one with cheese please? And what better way to start our food tour than a burek from a local bakery. We had one the other morning. We basically had them every morning. You can have them in Albania for breakfast, lunch, dinner. This actually only cost me 30 lek, which is, I don't know, what's that? 15, 20 English pence.
That's crazy.
Family made, homemade pastries filled with all different, they're really thick. They're quite thick. They're rich. This one's cheese. I had tomato the other day. It's even better with cheese. The cheese like melts in your mouth. You get the crunch of the pastry. Best way to start a food tour. That burek was so good. You can see why they eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, because you can get a different filling. If you get the meat, you can probably have it for dinner. If you've got the cheese, might be better for lunch, tomato for lunch, and then again for breakfast, maybe more of a plain one, so it's more like a actual pastry without the filling. But we're now walking towards the Tirana castle, which is where we're going to start the food tour properly. But I just can't get over the amount of green space you find in this city. You really wouldn't expect it in a Mediterranean country.
We have made it to Tirana's castle. We haven't actually walked this way, and we walked through a university fair which we'd seen and was only on for 3 days. It was really sweet. Everyone had their certificates, but along that road there's like these low overhanging trees which was so picturesque. But I can't believe this is the castle. When you come in, the entrance is behind me, there's all these like lounges and bars and shops.
I was expecting like a medieval castle, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be somewhere for people to come all the time, and especially on a Sunday.
I really did not expect this within an old castle. It's just got bars, lounges, restaurants all the way through. It's probably about 10 to 15, but we are on the hunt for one to try a traditional Albanian breakfast, let's say. Albanians aren't really into breakfast that much because they rather drink coffee, but we're gonna give it a go.
We've come into Seren Ishmet Shehu. I think I've pronounced that right, and this place was really busy. It does traditional Albanian foods, and it's actually a very healthy place to eat, so that is good. We were late for breakfast, but they have agreed to do us a breakfast, which is so nice of them. So firstly, she's gonna bring us over something to drink, then we're gonna have something savoury, and then we're gonna return back to some breakfast.
So we've basically got breakfast and lunch now.
Yeah, so in England we would say like it's like a brunch, but obviously she was like, yeah, you're a bit late for breakfast. So 2 things have arrived. We are just waiting on our last thing, which I'll tell you in a minute, but first things first, I'm gonna try this. Now this is...
Everyone's been drinking, so I thought it was milk.
Yeah, it's literally something everyone drinks typically for breakfast. It's called dal. I think we're probably pronouncing it so wrong, but it's a yogurt drink. They have a bit of salt in it. It's quite acquired apparently, and sometimes they put mint in it, but I'm just gonna try it. Oh, it literally, this one's just a plain yogurt. It actually tastes really nice, really refreshing.
Also got the fli, which is a traditional northern Albanian dish. It is a pie essentially. When I looked at it, it doesn't look like a pie, and it is a pastry made with cream and batter and a lot of butter. So I presume it's pretty rich and quite filling, but when you think of a pie, I don't really know how you eat it. It's on lettuce, which I found strange as well. It just comes off into little pieces. So
but don't forget it's lunch, isn't it? And
exactly.
It's like really layered.
This is lunch.
Is it sweet?
You know what? It's like a thicker, more rich pancake, I would say, is the best way to describe it. And then I'm washing it down with breakfast. I'm cheating, aren't we? This really is brunch.
Isn't that refreshing?
It is. I think you can taste the salt. Sort of like a salty yogurt. You could have that on its own for breakfast. I presume it's really filling.
And this is the real breakfast.
So we've eaten lunch, then breakfast.
Yeah, we're kind of just going in between. But these are pancakes, but they're actually sort of like a donut. So it's an Albanian petula. I think is how you pronounce it. It comes with goat's cheese, and this one in particular comes with like a little peach jam. Now they've just been cooked specially for us, so they're so sweet. I don't know what they're filled with. I'm going to dip it into the jam. I'm going to bite one, and then afterwards I'll put the cheese on it. Oh, it's just like a filled donut. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
I can imagine.
Now I'm going to try it with goat's cheese and honey. It is burning my fingers. Weird combination, but I think it will be really nice.
Is it good?
The sweetness of the jam and the like thick consistency and the cheesiness of the goat's cheese and the pancake. Oh my god, that is amazing. It's very heavy though.
I think we almost ate too much there. We combined like breakfast and lunch, which we didn't plan to do, but it's very, very nice. And they even brought us out, I'm gonna call it a smoking fruit platter. It was really impressive. So even though it did some fruit at the end, but we've now walked across the new bazaar, which has the farmers market beside me, which has, I think, over 300 local farmers or farmers from across Albania come here to sell their fresh produce. Also a modern development, I'd say, round the edges of the market. You've got loads of nice bars and restaurants. So I think it's about time we added a beer to this food tour. And we found the draft beer.
This is like the first time that we've actually been able to get draft beer, but we've got hookah.
Yeah, being an Albanian food tour, it's got to be an Albanian beer.
Yeah, and it's a craft and natural Albanian beer, and
with a strong smell of the fish market to the right.
It doesn't taste like the softer lagers we've been drinking. It tastes definitely slightly more bitter.
And we have a nice view of the market. That beer was so good that I had to get a second one. It was so nice to have a craft Albanian beer that was on draft rather than out of the bottle, because a lot of the local lagers rather than the craft ones are in bottles, and I much rather it from the tap on draft, which was very, very nice. The food tour must continue, and I literally just googled traditional Albanian food, and the #1 first thing that pops up on Google is Oda, which is literally around the corner from the new bazaar, which is perfect. I think it's down a little side alley, so I can't find it properly. I think it's somewhere around here, and I don't even know what we're eating yet, so it's going to be new for both of us.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
this
is
is
very
so
traditional.
It almost feels like you're in somebody's house,
doesn't it? All the pictures on the wall. I'm not
It's
sure who
lovely.
they're of.
I don't know if we're supposed to sit here or in the other one.
I think in here.
You want to sit in here?
Yeah, go to this table.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
You could sit outside, but I think this is like even more.
No, this is cute. I like this. This feels really traditional.
So we're told by the lady that runs the restaurant that we need to change rooms because this room that we're in now is even more traditional. She said we'll get an even better experience, and what better way to experience it than an Albanian traditional drink of raki or rakia.
Tell them how much percentage
I
it
think
is.
we've gone, she said they vary from about 47 to 58%. It's like pure alcohol.
Don't fill mine up that much for God's sake.
I think you just sip it as you eat. We haven't even ordered the food yet. We're going straight to the rakia. It's not a shot. I know it's not a shot, so I'm not going to down it. Cheers. Oh, it's nice. It's fiery.
Did it not blow your socks
It's not
up?
like a vodka, because sometimes a vodka like burns your chest if I drink vodka whole.
It doesn't burn
It's got
your
like
chest.
a warming. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. It's not like a vodka or a gin.
She did say this one is a bit smoother, so was it smooth?
It's really smooth, but it's warm. You could definitely drink that in the winter months for sure. They drink this for breakfast, lunch and dinner, Molly. You've got to try a bit. Just a sip, it's
God,
not a
that's
shot.
burning my eyes.
It's nice, it's quite smooth.
Oh.
No?
That is really strong.
It's not
but it is
bad.
quite smooth, yeah.
It's
it doesn't
really
quite burn down here, but it is very palatable. Oh, I burnt my eyes. So, we've had breakfast, we've had lunch, we've had a breakfast drink, and we've had a beer. So now it's time for your dessert. And the raki, yeah. Oh, that is strong raki. But anyway, we'll start with this one, and this is a dessert which is called shendetli, and it's sort of like walnuts, and it's, in English, it's a healthy cake. And then we have an unhealthy cake, which is like lemony and walnutty and slightly more pastry-fied. But they both look very, very nice.
No doubt you're going to try the unhealthy one first.
Of course I am. It looks nice. Okay, so consistency is very much like a normal cake, but flaky. Oh, I can't get any. Yeah, it's got the pastry consistency. It's like dense and really walnutty. Not as sweet as I thought, but you can probably see why it's the unhealthy one.
So that leaves me with the healthy cake. Oh, look at that. It has like shendetli. So that's like, whoa, it's really hard, very dense. You know what it reminds me of?
It's like honey, nuts, and eggs. So no
sort
sugar.
of like a granola sort of snack bar. It tastes like.
I feel like that's
it's
closer
really
to
good.
a baklava.
It reminds me of granola a lot, but
that's why it's healthy.
what you do? Bite of the health cake. Have a sip of the raki or rakia, however you like to say it.
What, and then have some unhealthy cake?
That one definitely got me. Cheers. Food coma yet again, and I think that raki's gone to my head a little bit.
Oh my god, you could barely walk back, but can you see this glow on us? That is the sunset. It looks amazing, and
yeah, the sunset is amazing.
Today has just been an amazing day. Like, it really has been so
really good food, and it was sort of like we planned some things, not planned others. We did speak to Albanian food tours, which unfortunately we couldn't do with them at the moment, but we highly recommend them. Check out their Instagram page, they do really good tours, and they recommended a couple of places to us, didn't they? Yeah, Linda is absolutely amazing. She gave us as much information as we needed, so we knew what we wanted to get and roughly whereabouts to get it. But we had a really nice time just exploring and finding everything out for ourselves. And the food was great, very rich. I'm very full though. Yeah! And we're leaving Tirana tomorrow. We are heading down the coast to Saranda, so stay tuned for tomorrow because we're heading out for some beers. We will see you on our way to Saranda.